Have you ever found yourself in a relationship, feeling a sense of unease that you can't quite shake? A feeling that something is off, but you can't put your finger on what it is? You see the person you love, but it feels like there's a wall between you. You try to connect, but the emotional distance feels vast and cold. This isn't just a random feeling. Often, these subtle shifts in behavior are signs of a deeper issue, a loss of connection, or even a form of betrayal. While we often think of infidelity as a purely physical act, it's far more complex. The true betrayal begins long before any physical act, in the quiet, hidden spaces of the psyche. Today, we're going to dive into the psychological signs of emotional distance and disloyalty, inspired by the profound insights of Carl Jung. Jung's work on the shadow self, the anima, and the unconscious mind offers a powerful lens through which to understand the hidden dynamics of our relationships. This isn't about accusing anyone. It's about becoming a better observer of human behavior, understanding the subtle signs, and learning how to protect yourself and your relationship. It's about recognizing the emotional and psychological shifts that occur when a person's inner world begins to turn away from you. We are all interconnected, and when a person's inner world is in turmoil, it inevitably affects the relationship. By understanding these signs, we can address the root of the problem, and maybe, just maybe, find a way back to each other. Let's explore some key behavioral changes that signal a deep, emotional disengagement. These are not isolated acts, but rather patterns of behavior that indicate a significant shift in loyalty. So the first and most telling sign is an increased secrecy and a sudden lack of transparency. Jung spoke extensively about the shadow, the unconscious parts of ourselves that we hide from others. When someone starts to emotionally disengage, the shadow self becomes more active and secretive. They might start hiding their phone, deleting text messages, or being vague about their whereabouts. It's not just about a single lie. It's a new pattern of evasiveness. The emotional wall goes up, and you find yourself no longer privy to their inner thoughts, their daily life, or even their struggles. This isn't just about privacy. It's a deliberate act of emotional separation, a sign that they've started to build a separate world that you are no longer a part of. So the second sign is the shift in mirroring. In healthy relationships, we unconsciously mirror each other's behaviors. We laugh at the same jokes, share similar interests, and even adopt each other's mannerisms. This is a sign of deep connection and emotional attunement. But when a person's loyalty shifts, this mirroring stops. You might notice that they no longer laugh at your jokes, or they seem disinterested in the things you're passionate about. Their emotional energy is no longer directed toward you. This isn't just a sign of boredom. It's an unconscious signal that their emotional bond is weakening. They are no longer a mirror for your soul, but a reflection of their own separate inner world. Now the third sign is projection and blame shifting. Jung believed that what we often criticize in others is a reflection of our own hidden flaws. When someone is feeling guilt or shame about their actions, they often project those feelings onto their partner. They might accuse you of being unfaithful, of being distant, or of not caring enough, even though these are the very things they are doing. This projection is a defense mechanism, a way of deflecting their own guilt and making you feel responsible for the problems in the relationship. When you notice a sudden increase in accusations and blame, it's a powerful sign that something is being hidden. They are trying to make you the bad guy so they don't have to confront their own actions. The fourth sign is a loss of shared dreams. A relationship is built on shared dreams, the collective vision of a future together. It's the we that we talk about, the plans we make, and the hopes we share. When someone emotionally disengages, this shared future disappears from their language. They stop talking about us and start talking about me. They might make plans for the future that don't include you, or they may seem uninterested in discussing your collective goals. This loss of shared dreams is a clear sign that they are no longer seeing you as part of their future. Their inner world is now focused on a different path, a different destination. Now the next thing is the absence of the anima or animus. Jung spoke of the anima, the feminine side of the male psyche, and the animus, the masculine side of the female psyche. A healthy relationship involves a deep connection between these inner archetypes. It's a soulful recognition of the other's complete being. When a person becomes emotionally disloyal, they start to disconnect from this inner bond. The playful, soulful connection disappears. The spontaneous affection and intimacy fade away. They might be physically present, but their inner light, the one that used to shine on you, is now directed elsewhere. This is the deepest form of betrayal, the betrayal of the soul. The sixth sign is sudden overcritical behavior. Another significant sign is a sudden increase in criticism. Minor flaws that were once overlooked or even found endearing now become major points of contention. They might criticize your appearance, your friends, your interests, or even your way of speaking. This isn't about constructive feedback, it's about creating distance. They are consciously or unconsciously trying to find reasons to justify their emotional detachment. By focusing on your flaws, they are building a mental case against you, making it easier to justify their actions. So the seventh thing is a lack of emotional investment. In a committed relationship, both partners invest emotionally in each other's well-being. They listen, they empathize, and they offer support. When a person is emotionally disloyal, this investment ceases. You might find that they no longer seem interested in your day, your triumphs, or your struggles. When you're upset, they might offer a dismissive comment or a quick solution instead of genuine empathy. This lack of emotional investment is a clear sign that they have withdrawn their emotional energy from the relationship and are directing it elsewhere. Now the eighth and the last sign is the silent treatment. Perhaps the most passive-aggressive and painful sign is the use of the silent treatment. This isn't just about an argument that leads to a temporary quiet period. It's a consistent pattern of withdrawing and refusing to communicate. This is a powerful tool of emotional control and manipulation, designed to make you feel guilty and insecure. When someone resorts to this, they are effectively punishing you for their own internal struggles. It's a sign that they are no longer willing to work through issues with you, but have instead chosen to use emotional manipulation to get what they want. By understanding these psychological signs, you can start to see beyond the surface and recognize the deeper patterns of emotional disengagement. This isn't about jumping to conclusions or accusing your partner. It's about becoming more attuned to the subtle shifts in human behavior, learning to trust your intuition, and having the courage to confront the issues in your relationship. Ultimately, it's about protecting your own emotional well-being and seeking a connection that is genuine, transparent, and built on trust. What have you found to be the most telling sign of emotional distance in a relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments below.